A long time ago, in the sacred forests of ancient India, where the wind carried the whispers of mantras and the rivers flowed with silent wisdom, there lived a boy named Satyakama. He was no ordinary child. The son of sage Gautam, Satyakama grew up surrounded by fire altars, teachings of the Vedas, and the simple life of truth and devotion. Though young, his eyes held the quiet depth of someone searching for more than just knowledge. He longed for understanding. One day he was chosen for a sacred duty. A wealthy householder had arranged a grand sacrifice, and it was Satyakama who would tend the holy fire. He would keep it burning, offer the oblations, and ensure that the divine connection between heaven and earth remained unbroken. For the people of that time, the fire, Agni, was not just flame. It was the messenger between the human and the divine, a living God. So Satyakama traveled to the home of the patron, and day after day he served the fire with sincerity. He chanted the hymns, made the offerings, and watched over the flames with care. But the patron, curious and skeptical, one day approached him and asked, "Tell me, young one, what happens to the soul after death? Do you truly understand the purpose of this fire you keep feeding?" Satyakama looked up, his eyes unafraid, filled only with honesty. "No, sir," he said. "I do not know what happens to the soul. I know the rituals, but not the truth behind them. But I wish to know. I wish not just to perform the fire, I wish to become the fire." The patron was moved. He had seen many priests, many scholars, but none with such humility and longing. So he sent the boy to the sages, saying, "Let him not just tend the fire, let him become it." And so began Satyakama's true journey. He lived in the forest once more, but this time with new eyes. He meditated, he reflected, and he served the sacred flame not as a servant, but as a seeker. And one night, as he sat before the fire, something extraordinary happened. The fire spoke, not in words, but in knowing. Satyakama felt it, not just in his mind, but in his very being. The fire whispered truths to his soul. "I am not just what burns on the altar," the fire revealed. "I live in the sun that warms your skin. I dance in the breath you take. I digest the food within your body. I blaze in the thoughts that awaken your mind. I am the force of transformation. I am everywhere." And as Satyakama continued his meditations, the fire taught him more about the unity of life, the oneness of all creation, and the divine presence within every living being. Days turned into months. The boy who had once lit the fire now carried it within. He had become radiant, wise, and awake. When he returned to his guru, he was no longer the same. His face glowed not with pride, but with peace. He bowed low and said, "I now understand. The fire outside and the light within, they are not two, they are one." And so he had realized the great truth of the Upanishads. Tattvam asi, you are that. The self is the light. The self is the fire. This is not just a story about rituals or knowledge. It is a story about awakening. We all light fires in temples, in homes, in ceremonies. But the true fire is lit not outside, but within us. We chase success, likes, and status, but forget the truth within. If you're ready to shift from noise to meaning, hit that subscribe button. The fire didn't just burn wood, it burned ignorance. If you're on your own journey of self-realization, say "I am that" in the comments.